So it's one of my favorite times of year when there are some really big sales that are happening on Amazon. And so in this video, we wanted to go over some of our top picks on products that you can get on Amazon that are going to be on sale over the next few days, plus just stuff that is essential for RV life that we use and absolutely love. So let's just jump right in, no intro needed. First off is our Camco Taste Pure water filter. Now, having consistent quality drinking water when you're on the road is so important. In fact, when we very first started traveling 7-ish years ago, a friend told me that part of how they stay healthy when they're traveling, and they weren't RVers, they were just travelers in general, is making sure that your drinking water is consistent quality because it can vary from place to place. And so that is why we switched over to the Taste Pure water filter, so that we just know that from campground to campground, that consistency of our water quality is staying the same. The other thing is with this, it has the top industry certifications. And so you know that it is filtering out all of the things that it needs to filter out, just keeping that water quality consistent from place to place. Also, because of Prime Day, you can save on those over on Amazon. We'll have links below for everything that we're talking about. But the other thing that you need to remember is that you want to change out your water filters every 3 months. And so right now is a really good time to stock up on those so that you've got those ready for when you need to switch those out. Number 2 on the list is especially important if you plan to do any sort of camping this winter or this fall. And this is one of those things that you do not want to realize that you need when it's too late.
I can't feel my legs! I can't feel my legs! Those are my legs.
And that is a heated drinking water hose. This particular heated drinking water hose from Camco is something that we are going to be carrying with us now because we are coming into the colder months. Now, yes, we're primarily in Florida where it doesn't get below freezing, but it has happened before. And if we go at all north, well, there's a good chance that we could run into some freezing water temperatures. So we don't want to not have this when it really counts. So the cool thing about the heating element on this particular hose is it does have automatic temperature control. So it's going to heat as needed. It's not just gonna stay hot constantly once that you plug it in. So all you have to do is just pretty much plug it in and you are ready to go. Here's the other thing that you have to think about too, is if you're camping in cooler temperatures and you don't have a heated water hose, well then basically what you are left to do is every single night you've got to come out to your RV, take your fresh water hose, drain it, and then have it empty overnight so that it doesn't freeze, and then reconnect it during the day. Literally, that is not something that sounds very convenient to me. So having a heated drinking water hose just is much more preferable in my book. And so that is what we are going to have available if and when needed. So the other thing about the Camco hose is that this is reinforced in areas where leaks would be most likely to occur. So you don't have to worry about a leaking hose. It also provides freeze protection up to -20 degrees Fahrenheit. Now here's the deal. None of y'all better be camping where it's -20 degrees. But if it happens with one of these, you know that you still have drinking water coming into your RV. When I was a kid growing up, we lived on a rural property and I used to have to literally haul water for our horses from inside to outside because you couldn't use garden hoses in the wintertime because they would freeze. So if you have one of these bad boys and you're out in an agricultural area or something like that, man, I would have loved to have one of these when I was a kid. Another one of our RV favorite accessories is a solar generator, or what some refer to as a battery bank. Now, we seriously have used a solar generator over and over while traveling, from making coffee while boondocking, powering laptops while out and about, or powering up the pump for our paddle boards. This is a must-have RV accessory. That's why we love the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2. It's the best outdoor portable power station, and its super compact design makes it easy to carry with us. And the solar panel is really easy to set up for charging. It will also charge via an electrical outlet in just 1 hour. It has a 1500 watt output, which means it can run power hungry devices like an electric tea kettle or even a portable AC. And it has over 4,000 life cycles with a lifespan of up to 10 years. The USB and AC ports support up to 100 watts of dual charging, meaning you can keep several things powered simultaneously. It's shock and fire resistant and outdoor outdoor proof, and best of all, it's peace of mind having a power source when we're out on the road. Right now, there are Jackery Prime Big Deal Days with up to 50% off, plus you can save an extra 5% off with our code in the description below. You can visit gratefulglamper.com/Jackery or that link in the description, and a huge thanks to Jackery for sponsoring this video. All right, so next on the list is our Katchy. Now, this has been such a lifesaver, especially since we really enjoy camping in places where there happen to be a lot of bugs, and somehow mosquitoes find their way into our RV with all of us. And so this is actually a UV light like bug insect trap. And look at this. This is how that you know it's working. It has a sticky pad because the fan sucks them in. Look at that. See, look, it even's got like the regular house flies.
Yeah, that's gross.
Trapped in there. And so obviously I need to change out said sticky pad. So it comes with sticky pads and you can, like, you know, switch them out or whatever. But this is also USB operated. So if you need to plug this into a USB outlet in your RV and bypass that AC power, you can do that, or you can just plug it into this jobby and power it up that way. This was an Amazon find that we've been using for like close to a couple years now, and I would not be without it anymore. So next on the list of some things that we have got on Amazon for RV life, and this is actually like one of those things that's good for not just RV living, but just like even outdoors. We actually put one in Ben's expedition just recently, but that are these battery operated fans. And so these have a rechargeable battery. It's USB rechargeable. So you can take it with you if you want, or just leave it plugged in. We use these in like the kids' sleeping spaces at night, but also when we're like just driving down the road for air movement. These are an absolute lifesaver just for all sorts of things, camping, RVing, outdoors, on the go.
Oh, and one thing I like too is that it's got a flat surface, so it'll sit there, or you can clamp it on, clip it to anything like a chair, or you could just take it back and we clip it onto.
Trinity clips it onto the dinette, flips it over.
She sleeps with the fan blowing towards her.
Oh, that's the other thing, white noise too. If you're one of those people like me where you need white noise, this is your friend.
I honestly believe that sometimes my genius, it generates gravity.
Next up on the list, and this is a really good deal for Prime Day deals, but that is these motion activated like under cabinet lights. And so we installed those down here where we've got like the storage compartments under the kids' beds, because obviously it's kind of hard to see back there, versus the other battery sconce lights that I do like to use. They're just not as convenient to use in a space like this. So here you go, motion activated. Now you see it. Now you don't. So next on the list, and this is a Prime Day deal, is this Nano mounting tape. Now, so many of you guys have left us comments before saying, how did you hang like that little wooden box, or how did you mount this or that? This is the answer, people. So this is clear, double-sided like mounting tape. And the beauty of this is that with just a little bit of heat, this can easily be removed off of walls. You do have to give it a little bit of heat to make sure it doesn't damage the wall. But this, it holds like a ton of weight. It's really easy to use. Obviously, because it's in strips, you can make it short, long, however that you need to make it. But I actually keep a roll of this on hand now in the RV, because you never know when you might just need to, you know, throw something on the wall. Next on the list are these food storage containers. And so if you have watched this channel for any length of time, you probably know I'm really big into something called decanting. And if you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome. Second of all, make sure that you're subscribed. But I like taking things and putting them into other containers to save on space. Case in point. Big thing is like things like cereal, right? So instead of having a big box of cereal, you can just put it in one of these little containers. The other thing too with being in an RV, we obviously want them airtight and sealed. What I have found are some of those other food storage containers where you have like the lid and you push the button, and then like you can't really wash those lids well. They don't seem to seal. So I like this where you actually have like the locking lid type of things, because then you can wash these if you have a dishwasher. God bless you. I don't have a dishwasher in the RV, but you can wash all of these, get them nice and clean. Plus, just being able to store things away. And if, because it always happens in an RV, your cupboard flies open and things fly out, well, you're not going to lose all of your pasta on the ground because it is in a sealed container. So absolutely love using these types of containers, and they are on a Prime Day deal. All of that'll be below. Next on the list, this is a lifesaver for camping in extreme weather conditions. Whether it is summer or whether it is winter, you want one of these. So what this is this is an insulated pillow that goes up in your roof vents perfectly. And in the summer, blocks out the heat. In the winter, it seals out the cold. So we have this in both of the vents that we have in the RV. It really, really makes a huge difference when you're talking about those extreme temperature situations. And so pretty much like summer, winter, this is a lifesaver. So next on the list, this is a must, especially if you're going to be camping this fall or this winter. And that is a dehumidifier. Now, it's kind of funny because we actually used to live in a very dry climate in the state of Colorado. And now that we are in Florida, humidity is a thing. But here's the deal. If you're going to be in your RV, living in your RV, camping in your RV at all during this fall, winter, condensation is a huge issue in RVs just because they're not ventilated well. So a dehumidifier is an absolute must. We use this thing pretty much year round, but especially during those winter months when we're camping and you get a lot of condensation buildup. This can really help with that. Help to prevent things like mold growth too, which obviously would be a big, big problem. And so on sale for Prime Day, you want to make sure you pick up one of these. And if you're watching this video after Prime Day, like, well, maybe it's not on sale, but you still want to make sure that you get one for RV Life.
Is it 12 volt too?
This one is 12 volts. So this one, Ben actually kind of modified the adapter because it can run off of 12 volt power, but it didn't come with like the 12 volt thing. So we had to modify this.
Switch it from 12 volt to 120.
But this is a really easy mod. By the way, speaking of like little things like this, if you would be interested in a hacks video of just little hacks that we've done like this, drop a comment and let us know. Because we always want to hear from you guys what type of content that you like most. So always feel free to leave us a comment and let us know maybe what sort of videos that you would like more of in the future. Hacks, organizing, you tell us. All right, so it is one of my favorite times of year in that if you plan to do any sort of camping this winter and that fall. When I was a kid growing up, nix. So it has like this little sticky pad. Bleh.
You're hot.
Your wife is hot. So this is just a very short list. It's the short list of things that we love that you can find on Amazon. But we actually have a lot more things that we use for RV living that you can find on Amazon. So if you'd like the long list, you can get that right up here.